On the track, I think because we ride with such, such passion, I get like a little feisty. Like if a guy just comes over on me, I'm like, I get a little aggro. But you kind of need that in a way because it's fuel, it's motivation to keep going. But the start line's pretty intense. The longer they hold it, the worse it gets because there's times when heart's beating so hard, you're almost like, you start taking these short breaths and just need to tell yourself to relax.
I think the most nerve-wracking thing is, in your heat race, you want to get to the first turn first, and sorry to the fans, but once we're on the starting gate, it's pretty much we're focused on the track, and I can't even hear them sometimes when I'm racing until you get towards the end and you're kind of separated. But getting to that first turn, you're never seated in Supercross. You have to earn every spot, whether it's through the qualifier or the last chance now. So that can be a little bit stressful at times.
Knowing that you're on the starting line, there's 20 other guys in the race, and the gate's about to drop, and you've only got 20 laps, and you got to give it everything you got. So that's what I find exciting.
I think the process at the starting gate is, just pretty much, wanting to get through the first corner. But the difference between this year and last year, when you pull up to the starting gate, you're ready, and you put the effort in, and you're in the best shape than anybody out there. So already you feel like you got a psychological advantage over everybody else. So as long as you keep that in your head, you're gonna be tough to beat.
I think the night of racing is a little different because you have the qualifying. You don't want to be crazy and something happen and going to last chance. You want to first do a decent e-race, a good start, make the main and do the best you can in e-race so you have a good pick for the main event. Then when you get to the main event, what if I don't get a good start? I want to be in a position where I can salvage a decent start by not, going out of the gate good.
The most challenging thing on earth between man and machine is Supercross. It's pretty serious stuff. When you're really doing good with your racing, it's just happening. You're in your intuitive mind. You're not really thinking about what's happening, and everything just happens. You're not really thinking about what you're doing. You're just doing it.
You gotta watch your lines and make sure you don't, take a spot that's gotten slippery, or you kind of got to switch it up a little bit, but you don't want to move too far off.
What brings me to Supercross and drives me to just do it, week after week, year after year. It's just the fun, it's like you go there every weekend, you have a different track, different dirt, different fans, all over the country. You got to figure out the track, the dirt, and make sure you got a good setting, make sure you got the best tires, just everything that goes along with it. And it's fun to go there and to work with your team and get it all down, and just, when you're on, and, to be on, it's just the most amazing feeling to go there and just, tear the track up and, have the crowd on your side and all that stuff.
You see the track map, you know what the layout is, but sometimes you'll come to one side of the whoops is a little bit taller than the other side, or they're uneven, or the jumps is uneven, and you just got to pay attention to that. So when the nighttime comes, you got something to go.